Alright, everybody, here we go again. I'm over this phone already with its no more storage space. I don't know what's going on. We're over on the SD card. It's a process to do all this. So here we are again. This beautiful guy, we would have recorded this morning, but I wanted him to eat in peace, with it being his first meal here. I didn't want to disturb him a whole lot, and we want him to be comfortable. And man, guys, he is beautiful. His feet don't look horrible. He's got the fur coat coming in, so he does not look like photos I have of him back from when we adopted him. But he's still a little on the wild side. I was able to get him to finally smell my hand. We kind of went back and forth, and I ended up just kneeling down in front of him. And with one more step closer and my arm extended, he actually reached out and smelled of my hand. So I'd love for him to do it on his own, but that'll be in time. We haven't got that trust built, and we're gonna take our time. I just wanted to get in here and kind of see just how he is, and we're doing all right. He's definitely curious. He is 7 years old, guys. 8 years old now. He's a lot bigger than I remember him. But it's been over a year since I've seen him, so memory can play tricks on you sometimes. I know he hasn't gotten any bigger. He's not going to let me get real close to him here. We kind of got that 10-foot rule going on here. I can get within about 10 foot of him before he's really uncomfortable. So, I don't want to push him. We had a good moment a little bit ago, and I want to leave it at that with him every time, if at all possible. He's absolutely gorgeous. I'm glad he's here. Let's see if I can get a better shot of him here. If we can move up to this side. I don't know if the light's going to let me, guys. You may see the dark side. Yeah, it's a lot darker on camera than it is in person, but he's still got his tag on from the Wild Horse and Bureau Management. That'll stay on him until I'm able to get up close enough and do anything with him. We're new to him. He wasn't with us. He was with a trainer that was supposed to do their job of gentling him. Should be able to walk up to him, put a halter on him. Should be able to pick up his feet. Should be able to load him and unload him in a trailer. That is a tip trainer's job, and it's unfortunate we don't have that with this guy. So if you're ever going through this, guys, make sure that's what you're getting if you go through a tip trainer. Do not, absolutely do not sign the paper stating they did their job if they did not do their job. I learned the hard way the first time. Our little 2-year-old, she's now 3, turned out great. The 6-year-old we got, she was a work, and even now it's difficult to catch her and get anything on her. That's her right there to the right hand side, right there with the red halter on. I have to go around and around with her and eventually get her stopped, and there he goes. She will eventually stop, and I can get close enough to her, get her, and but it's a job. It's not supposed to be that way when you get that horse. You are supposed to be able to halter them, unhalter them, and load them and unload them, and you're supposed to be able to pick up their feet for a farrier. This trainer had this horse for well over a year, and you know, he's trying to put the blame on me, and he quit communicating with me. We adopted him in October of 22. December of last year, 23. He started talking to me about whether or not I still wanted this horse or not. I'd already signed the contract, the paperwork, everything. The horse was mine. I wanted him to do his job and give me my horse back. Unfortunately, January rolled around, and we were planning on moving here. There was still no contact. Tried to get a hold of him. We were going to work out to just go get the horse and forget about him doing his job. There was hardly any communication at all during January as far as how he was doing. We were, again, trying to give him a chance. And, you know, February rolled around. I said, well, you know, hopefully here soon I can just come on down, grab him, and bring him home. And got no answer, no response. I got a hold of the Bureau and Horse Management, the field officers that I could get in touch with. We kept them informed of what was going on. They made several attempts to contact this tip trainer, and it was a failure every time. This went on for every bit of 8 to 9 months, trying to track this guy down, see what was going on, see if I could come get the horse, or you know, if we were going to have to take the step that we had to take, which was, you know, surrendering the horse back to the facility so that I could go pick the horse up there, or we terminate contract. Finally found him. He had back in August moved out of state. I filed a police report because I could not find this tip trainer on Facebook or by telephone or text message. Just absolutely fell off the face of the earth. And I finally got a hold of somebody that may have had some more information. And that's how I found out that they had moved and took my horse with them. So I contacted the sheriff's department here to pursue charges of theft, because that's what I was told I needed to do. I had first contacted the state police, thinking that, you know, they were the jurisdiction due to being over state lines and things. I was told to go through my local sheriff's department. So shortly after that, I went down and I filled out a report. And shortly after that, this tip trainer decided to reach out, and I had contacted him and told him that you know, he's given me no choice but to go to my sheriff's department and file his charges. At this time, he's had the horse for over a year, and he took my horse over state lines without consent or knowledge, and that by law is theft. Um, you know, just falling off the face of the earth with someone else's property is not okay. You know, at what point do you consider it theft? This tip trainer was somebody that we trusted. He was our farrier and equine dentist for quite a while, actually, prior to us moving. And, you know, it's sad that you can't trust anybody these days. You know, this beautiful horse belonged with us over a year ago. But you know, they were able to, you know, he tried to reach out to me, say it was all my fault. You know, I bailed on him and left him with all the feed and hay costs and all that. Well, I'm here to tell you folks, with something like this, you put down that animal is going to be with the trainer, and they're supposed to do their job. You know, a professional courtesy is, hey, your horse is ready, come get your horse. I should not have to sit here and track you down constantly for an update and, you know, what's going on. And I certainly shouldn't be ignored when I say I want to come get my animal. But, you know, dealing with the federal government and things like that on these guys, you know, I wanted to go through the proper channels. I documented everything on my end. You know, I got the question of, well, why didn't you just go get your animal? Well, you know, that's a 3.5 hour drive from here. To get down there and this gentleman possibly not be home. You know, being nasty, you know, not allowing me on the property. Then I've got to involve law enforcement, and it just turned into a mess where when I can go through the proper channels and they get a hold of them and see what's going on and schedule this and just use a median so that things don't get out of control. You know, I'm not trying to go on somebody's property and get shot just so I can get my property. And I don't consider this guy my property. He's a living, breathing animal. He's a part of the family. You know, yes, I own them. So under the law, yeah, that's my property. But, you know, there was no sense in me wasting my time, you know, and fuel and all that, wasting the resources to drive down there for possibly nothing. And had I drove down there just off a whim, he wouldn't have been there because, you know, they moved back in August. So, you know, they may have moved before that. That's just when they brought it out public that they had moved. So we don't really know exactly when they moved. You know, there was no courtesy call. Hey, we're getting ready to move out of state. Can you come get your horse now? You know, nothing. No professionalism whatsoever. And obviously he didn't do his job. And the paperwork that we got with him yesterday stated that he was returned back on 12/12, and he was returned wild and skinny. So I don't see him that skinny. He looks pretty good. My nightmares were coming to life when they told me that. I had not seen this beautiful guy, and quite honestly, I didn't quite recognize him because I was paying attention to driving, not who was, you know, out in the field and all that. So I really didn't catch him on the drive in. He does look different, and I think it's because of his winter coat, but he doesn't look skinny to me. He looks pretty good, as well as the other horses. we're going to get him used to the grain that we feed, and we've got him on the alfalfa stuff that I picked up to go get him with, and we're just going to keep him in here, let him get used to everything, do a little bit of work with him, and you know, uh, it takes time. Anybody that ever works with horses will tell you, it takes time. Um, I'm not going to play games when it comes to this. My name was on the line because my name's on the contract, not the tip trainer. I am solely responsible for this animal. Um, at this point, I'm going to have to work with him as much as I can. We may have to push some boundaries and push some buttons, and even though I'm not okay doing that this time around, this guy's got to be seen by a vet so we can get our titling done on him. So we're going to have to see how it goes. I don't know if the vet is going to end up coming here. We may have to rent the trailer again and take him down there and let the vet see him through the trailer. There's no way at this point in time that I'm going to be able to take him out of the trailer and let the vet get hands-on with him. Whether or not we will pass the wellness check with that, I do not know. We'll just have to find out because we're not sure. Sphinx is skittish and everything, but you put her on a lead rope and she's a different horse. It's just getting to that point with her. With him, I can't even get close enough to get a halter on him, much less a lead rope, and I'm not so sure that he would be as willing to go. So it's unfortunate, guys. We were told also that he would probably, he should ride well. He did not. He was probably tranquilized for that trip. It was nothing but lies for, over a year, so I wouldn't believe that he would ride well either. Was hoping for it, that would have been great. But let me tell you, this boy made sure that trailer swayed every chance he got. But we made it. We made it, no problems, no issues at all. He wasn't kicking and trying to get out of the trailer and none of that crazy stuff, so it wasn't horrible. But he knew how to get that trailer moving. And that just made it hard because we were already fighting a headwind. And when you're in 3-4 lanes of traffic, it's hard when that trailer gets to moving. It really gets the nerves going, and we're gonna work with him. We're gonna work with him. We worked with these two girls. We got them. They're pretty comfortable in the trailer. They ride extremely well. We've still been working with Sphinx to get her to back out of the trailer. She doesn't back out of the trailer real well, but we're able to load her. She rides great. They just stand there for the whole trip, and they'll stand in the trailer. I can leave them in the trailer, and they'll just stand there. No big deal. Now, tying them out is a different story. They are not patient at all with that. Dylan here does not like to load at all. Once he's loaded, he's good to go. It's just getting him in the trailer that's the problem. But we love him. He's an awesome horse, and hopefully that's something that we can work with him on and get him more comfortable getting in and out of the trailer. And I don't know what his previous experiences have been, why he doesn't like getting in a trailer. But once he's in, he's good. He's all right. We drove about 3 hours to get here, so he did great. this guy has by far been the worst one we've had to haul yet. He's not trying to get out. He's even working him back and forth here. He has not tried to jump out at all whatsoever. I know he was working around pen a couple times while I was there. When I wasn't there, well, I couldn't tell you much happened. All the excuses I got was he never had time to get to him. But we'll find time for him because he's worth it. He's just an absolute gorgeous, beautiful horse. I mean, look at him. He hasn't pinned his ears once. He's curious. He is listening. He's watching. He's not getting aggressive at all. He's just unsure. And, I want him to be okay with us. And, he's got a lot of life in those eyes. And I don't see fear in his eyes. I don't see, that he's scared. But I can tell by his body language. He'll run away and that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with him getting away from me if that's what he feels he needs to do. Because I want him comfortable with me. I don't. We went with the whole. Don't let him escape. Don't let him. Don't let him have a way out. All that with Sphinx here. And it did not work. She is just now trying to trust me again, and I'm going to continue to work with her. We're just going to completely start over here. I feel like I just trusted the wrong person, and not everything I learned was wrong, but it wasn't right either. This girl has turned out okay. We still got a lot of work to do with her, but she's young, so there's stages and steps with all this. But that girl there and this new Dakota over here, Dakota, pretty boy, handsome fellow there, they are old enough that we can do more things with them. She's just now getting to where I would be comfortable even having her settled and everything to get her started in that. And we may find her a trainer this summer. We may have to go that route with these guys, and that's okay. We'll do what we got to do. I'm going to do what I can, and my knowledge base isn't a library by any means, but we're going to do what we can. We're going to figure out what we can, and if we have to let someone else figure out the rest, then that's just what we'll do. He's going to be a wonderful horse. He stands beautiful. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a more handsome horse. I mean, he is just gorgeous. And wait till you see him in the summertime when all this back here is shaved off and he's more of a thin hair. His coloration is it's awesome. It looks like his face is sunburnt compared to the rest of his body. Sorry, I had a notification pop up here. And I don't know if you could tell it in this video or not, where his face is redder than the rest of his body. But, man, he's a very muscular horse. I mean, he's awesome. And we're going to see what we can do with him, see if we can get him wormed. And all that coming up. So guys, just stay tuned, because this is a new project for us, and we're going to be working on everything else, but I'm going to come out here and spend as much time with him as I can, because I want to gain his trust. and I want to be able to trust him as well. So we're going to be doing what we can with this beautiful horse, and you guys just stay tuned. If you want to see that content, then hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see that, don't want to miss that future content,